Good evening. Welcome on in to the evening edition of From Day One. Today, we will start with our courtesy friend Van Bellion, where a sovereign citizen accuses cop of treason. Van?
Your codes, they don't apply to me.
But we're past this, okay?
How are we past this?
License?
I can't.
Go to jail. That's your two options.
That's treason.
No. It's not. Van?
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we head to California for an encounter between Covina PD and a sovereign citizen over a simple window tint violation, which escalates into citations for no registration and no insurance, and then later an arrest and trip to the impound lot with his vessel. Yes, vessel. Right,
Vessel.
let's get into the video.
Okay. Is that a reason to stop me though?
Yes.
It's a what?
A violation. It's a detention.
A detention?
Yes, it's an infraction to have tinted windows.
Infraction. Okay, but so I'm not operating in commerce.
I don't give a
I'm
shit.
not operating in commerce.
Also, don't give a
I don't
shit.
drive. I'm not using my vehicle for commercial use.
Don't give a shit.
So it's it's the law.
No.
The law is that
No,
if
it's law.
if I'm operating in commerce, then you can
was
pull me over for these
managed
infractions and pull me and stop me. But I'm not, and I'm a private. This is private property. I'm technically not a driver. I'm a traveler.
No, you're
It's
not.
not considered a motor vehicle because it's my private
Do you have
property.
a license?
Yes, it is.
I don't have to answer that.
You don't have to
Watch me. Yes, you do.
identify yourself?
I don't. If you can't tell me the crime that I've committed,
I did.
that's not a crime.
763.
There's no injured party. There's no.
What's that?
There's no crime, so it's no injured party.
It's an infraction. You're detained for that.
It's a
I'm
crime.
detained for an infraction.
Yes, for tinted windows.
Tinted windows is not a crime. There's no. There's
26708 of the California Vehicle
codes,
Oh,
statutes,
listen.
and city ordinance are not law.
Yeah.
Well, that
Wait.
is the case
What?
if your only source for research is a Sov Cit website. However, back here in reality, statutes, codes, and ordinances are the very definition
Mention
of
of the
law.
law.
And the cop obviously believes that too, so he does what all Sov Cits do when the first cop refuses to participate in their delusions. He demands a supervisor.
Supervisor.
No, you listen. I'd like to speak to your supervisor then. If you don't know the law, I can show you.
Stop you for tinted windows.
I can show you the law where it says that I'm not bound to your statutes, codes, and ordinances
Why is that?
because I'm not operating in commerce and I'm not a federal government employee.
You're what?
I'm not a federal government employee and I'm not operating in commerce. Correct.
What does operating in commerce mean?
That means I'm using my vehicle for hire. I'm not.
Using your vehicle for...
I am not using my vehicle for hire. That is operating in commerce.
I don't know where you're going with this. I stopped you for tinted windows. That's it.
Being
Understood,
stupid.
but I don't.
And I need your ID so I can give you a citation.
But that's not a valid
That's
reason.
not a valid reason?
No,
It's not.
because a crime is committing. There has to be a living injured party. Basically, I've had to have hurt somebody physically or financially with malicious intent for a crime to be present.
That's not how...
An infraction is not a crime.
An infraction is a detention, which I'm detaining you. I'm not
An infraction is not a detention. You are falsely detaining me right now.
falsely detaining you.
Yes, falsely.
How?
Because you don't
Because
have
he's an
the
idiot.
jurisdiction to pull me over.
You don't have the
Ooh.
jurisdiction to pull you over?
No,
How's that?
because
Because he's
would you
an
tell him to
idiot.
stop touching my property, please?
No.
What's that?
He's
What is he doing?
he's touching my window and his hands are all over my car.
So he can't even decide what to call his car. 1 minute it's his personal property, then it
And now it's
changes
the
to
car
a
again.
vehicle, now it's a car, and you wonder why this cop is struggling to understand what you're talking about. Look, you're driving a motor vehicle, the manufacturer says it's a motor vehicle, and no amount of word salad will change that.
But I can show you the law
Your
book.
license, registration, and insurance.
I do not have to show you that, sir.
You don't have to show
Watch
that?
me.
No,
Yes, you do.
can you call a supervisor? Can I get your name and badge number?
Ortega, 2980.
2980 Ortega. Okay. Can I get your supervisor?
No.
I call my supervisor,
Please.
but I need you to identify yourself.
I'll do that with your supervisor
No, you
Why is
won't.
that?
because
What is my supervisor
you're
gonna tell the exact same thing I'm telling you.
well, if he doesn't know the law, I can show you the law, but you probably won't want to see it. I have the Black's Law Dictionary with me.
That's not the
The
law.
Black's Law Dictionary?
The Black's Law Dictionary?
Yeah, do you know what that is?
Yeah,
You don't know
that's
what that
something that we use in debate.
It's the definitions in the English language that the courts use.
No.
Because the English language that you and I know is not technically what.
Right, so that's the reason you guys keep losing in court then. It's not because your arguments are insane or anything, it's because the courts secretly use an outdated version of Black's Law Dictionary as their primary source for definitions. They just do it in secrets, because conspiracy. But no, I get it, you cracked the code because you went down some rabbit hole on some random Sov Cit website. Do you guys realise how crazy that sounds to a random cop pulling you over for a window tint violation?
I stopped you for your tinted windows, okay?
No,
And I crashed you.
that's not okay though, because it's not your job to. No, it's not your job to do that. Your job is
job to do that?
No, because you're not upholding the Constitution. That is your job.
That's what I'm saying.
Huh?
Listen, I just
Can I
need
get
your
a
ID
sledgehammer?
so I can identify who you are and give you a citation.
I cannot furnish my ID for you.
You don't give me your ID,
No,
potentially be taken to jail.
potentially be taken to jail, and that would be an unlawful arrest.
No.
What's that? 128 the penal code.
I just told you, codes is like the lowest form of codes is the lowest form.
I can't hear you.
Codes and statutes and ordinance are trumped by the Constitution. The supreme law of the land is the Constitution. I have a right to travel. It's unalienable.
Okay, something I agree with you on. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. So why then are you ignoring the 10th Amendment of the Constitution? Because that amendment gives each state the right to enact their own statute, codes and ordinances how they see fit. Could it be because it doesn't fit with your narrative by any chance? Also, the right to travel does not include the right to use public roads without following motor vehicle laws. Hendrick v. Maryland 234 U.S.610 1915 is the defining case regarding the constitutionality of a state's police power to regulate all operations, not just commercial use of a car or truck on public roads.
You do have the right to travel. I'm not saying you don't.
But you are impeding my travel with your codes that do not pertain to me. They pertain to you. Because I just told you, I'm not a government employee.
Because you're not a government employee.
And I'm not using my vehicle for hire.
You're fired.
It is clearly stated in law, and I can show you. I have the law book with me.
He has the fired book with him.
And it's not that I don't want. I get hassled by you guys all the time. All the time.
Hassle him some more.
I've never seen you either, but San Dimas sheriffs have hassled me. For bullshit, really. It's for things that I'm not doing wrong. I'm not hurting anybody.
No one said you're hurting anybody.
Okay.
I'm stopping you for an infraction.
You're talking about this tint on this window?
Yep.
That's like the most minor thing. That's not a crime, sir.
It's not a crime, but it's an infraction. It's a reason to stop and detain you for that.
It's really not though. It's not. No, because if.
Coming?
Huh?
My supervisor's en route.
Okay.
He's gonna ask you to identify yourself as well.
Well, I'm gonna show him the law then.
Okay.
And I would like to get my dictionary out of the back of my car.
Okay.
Okay.
First of all, you haven't got anything remotely close to the law to show this cop, let alone the supervisor, so that's going to be a complete waste of everybody's time. And secondly, Black's Law Dictionary is just a dictionary. It doesn't control the law anywhere in the States, let alone California. It's a third-party guidebook at best. How do people not see this?
We'll figure all that out after.
And you guys should know the law because you guys are. You don't though. You guys. You don't. No.
Yeah, he does.
I'm sorry, but
You know
the
some law
Constitution
10
is
more
the
than
supreme
you do.
law of the land.
The Constitution is the supreme law of the land?
Yeah, you didn't know that. You swore an oath to it.
I know.
So would it?
This has nothing to do with the traffic stop, okay?
We,
Stop you for tinted
the
windows.
Constitution has everything to do with any stop that you do.
Insurance, so I can issue
Hold on though.
citation for the violation.
That's incorrect, sir.
That's incorrect.
That's incorrect. You don't have. There's two reasons you can pull somebody over. You should know this. It's your job. You've had to have had a warrant for my arrest. Okay, with my name on it, signed by a judge.
Warrant to stop you?
Yes, you do. Or you have to have a reasonable, articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime. A crime includes an injured party, a living injured party that I would have
Those
to.
are reasons to stop.
They're not, because there's no injured party. Who would I face in court? Who's my accuser? The state can't be an accuser. You can't be an accuser because You're a government employee.
accusing you of a crime.
You are with tinted windows. You said it's a crime. It's
Infraction. I'm not saying
you said it was a crime a minute ago. Okay, so an infraction, that is, there's still no injured party.
that doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
I am so sick of sovereign citizens parroting this no victim, no crime theory. According to them, we should be allowed to drive around without consequences as long as we don't create a physical victim. Now, I'm not going to go into all the reasons why that argument is so wrong,
stupid.
because the supervisor does a good enough job for me when he arrives.
Good.
I'll just say that if these guys did get their way, they would be the first to start complaining about their rights being violated by someone.
Do you know that the definition of a motor vehicle is somebody that is operating any vessel that is used for commerce, for commercial
No.
purposes?
For what?
No.
Commercial purposes.
Commercial purpose?
No.
Commerce.
No.
For hire. If
No.
I'm transporting passengers, or if I'm transporting cargo on the clock, then you'd have a right to, because then I'm under.
Pull you over while you're on the clock.
If you did, then you would have a righteous reason to do so.
So right now I don't have a right to.
No, because you're out of jurisdiction.
I'm out of jurisdiction.
Correct.
What is jurisdiction?
Jurisdiction is your right to impede my travel with
Impeding your travel?
you are, sir.
Well, I'm
Absolutely.
sorry to know that.
And I'm it's the truth.
No, it ain't.
First of all, I like how he dropped the word vessel into his made-up definition of a motor vehicle. And secondly, this cop is enforcing state law, so citing the federal definition of a motor vehicle is a waste of time, because that only applies to the enforcement of federal statutes. And finally, this cop does have jurisdiction to pull you over for a traffic infraction, however minor that is, or inconvenienced you are.
Correct.
I don't know why I always have to go through this. I mean,
Because you're an idiot.
I'm,
Explain to you why the reasons why it's not.
you know, my life has been completely miserable since COVID, and everything that's gone on has been unconstitutional. It has been against my rights. I consent to nothing. I reserve all my rights, and I still get hassled by you guys, and you guys are not doing your job. Your job is to uphold the Constitution, not to harass a traveler. I'm a traveler, and I'm minding my business, and I'm doing everything by the book.
No, you're not.
Well, maybe it's time to get yourself a new book then, because this one obviously isn't working out for you, is it?
And it sucks that you guys don't know the law, because it's.
Why are you feel that way?
I can prove it to you, sir.
What's that?
I can prove it to you.
You can prove it to me?
No,
Absolutely.
I can't.
Okay.
And I wish you guys wouldn't do this, because you know they're. I don't know what you think about, you know, that you have immunity or something to not be upholding the Constitution. That's what you swore an oath to. You're committing treason right now.
Treason?
Correct, sir. Treason. That is
Not
where
treason.
Okay.
you've been warned, you've been told,
Okay.
and you are
Wait,
okay.
explain to him what's going on.
And what's your supervisor's name?
God.
Who's coming, Rasmussen? Sergeant Rasmussen.
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 Robotection.
Yes, you did hear that one correctly. Traffic stops for window tint are treason. Just wrap your head around that one for a second.
I hate doing this, you know, but it's just.
Then
There's
breaking
no reason
the
for you guys
fucking law.
to keep doing this. I'm losing my time. I'm supposed to be meeting somebody right now, a girl, and I'm already kind of late. And this is just making it worse.
Oh, poor baby.
And it's a
You won't have
criminal
your
violation of my rights.
No.
Criminal violation of your
Absolutely. You guys when you arrest somebody, which I am under arrest right now because I am under arrest because I'm not free to go. Am I?
You're detained.
Am I? That's no, there is not. Arrest is a detainment. Anytime I am held against my will, not able to leave,
You're detained.
I am under arrest.
Arrested,
I am arrested.
handcuffed in the jail.
Not true. I can show you those definitions as well. The word arrest is used in the definition detainment, and it even says
What's the difference between detention and
the color of law and legal. Well, basically, admiralty is the law of the water, and that is what your detainment word comes from. Is used in admiralty law, which I am not under admiralty law. I'm a common law traveler with unalienable rights, and I do not have to surrender identification to something like this. This is not a crime.
It's not a crime.
No, exactly. It's not. I am under arrest.
Citation for this infraction.
I can show you the definitions of detainment and arrest as well.
What's that?
I can show you the definitions of detainment and arrest as well. And you'll see that it is the same thing.
I don't
Wrong.
I've studied this several times, and I have a problem with this every time I run into somebody in a uniform.
To a cop,
Yep.
they tell you there's a difference between detention and arrest.
They tell me I'm detained. I say I'm under arrest, and I am under arrest. If I'm not free to go,
You're over arrest.
You're not free to go, that means you're detained.
I am not free to go. It means I'm under arrest.
You're over arrest.
Yes, I am. If I were to leave, you would chase me, and I would risk physical.
You're detained.
You're holding me against my will.
I'm not holding you against your will.
Then I can leave. I can leave.
No, you cannot leave.
Then you're holding me against my will, because my will says I want to leave and not be under your arrest.
My supervisor's here, okay?
Okay.
Right, so hopefully the supervisor is here to put a stop to this nonsense, right? Please let it be so. I'm not sure how much more of this I can take.
Okay,
No,
so
started
there's
this
two
way.
reasons that you can pull me over. Okay? Number one, you would have to have a warrant for my arrest, which would be have to sign by a judge with the affidavit and application in hand with my name on it. Okay? You're asking for my ID, so you don't have that, obviously. Number two, you would have to have an articulable, reasonable suspicion that I've committed a crime.
Right.
Right. Thank you. And this is not a crime because there's no injured party, there's no physical or financial damage, no malicious intent done. So this is an infraction.
It's still a violation of California penal
Codes,
vehicle code.
okay, codes, statutes, and ordinances are not pertaining to those not operating in commerce or I'm not a federal government employee and I don't operate in commerce, therefore I'm not in your jurisdiction. It's a private property, private vehicle. It is not.
You are in our jurisdiction.
Not if I'm not operating in commerce under your codes. Your codes don't pertain to me. If I'm not the private common law citizen. No, they don't.
Vehicle code
I can
for
prove that.
California, if you're in California,
But they're trumped by the Constitution. That's
okay. If you're in California,
that's not true.
The vehicle code applies to you.
No, only if I'm operating in commerce or if I work for the government.
Okay?
Wrong.
So you're in California, you're operating a motor vehicle.
This is not a motor
Have to
vehicle.
abide
This is my private property. It is not a motor vehicle
It
because
is a motor vehicle.
it's not being used for commerce.
Are you on a
Commerce?
roadway?
I'm sorry?
Are you on a roadway?
That's a public roadway and I have the right to use it. It's the right to travel. It's unalienable.
But when you're on this public roadway, okay,
Public.
then you have to abide by the public laws.
Laws, yes, but your
Right.
codes are not law. Your codes and statutes and ordinances are trumped
so
by
law.
state, federal, then the supreme law of the land.
Vehicle code,
Mhm.
penal code.
Correct. Codes, which they apply only to those.
Abide by.
They only apply to those operating in commerce.
Here's the thing, sir.
I can
I'm not
prove
gonna
it.
sit here and argue this with you.
I know, but
okay?
you're not going to
Well,
commit treason against my rights, though.
My officer,
I love how
I
he
like it.
replaces the
Treason
words
is-
rights with the word treason, like he's gonna somehow intimidate these cops into leaving him alone. And he can prove everything he's saying with a dictionary in the back of his car. That's just hilarious to me. Anyway, after only 2 minutes of listening to this nonsense, the supervisor gives him two choices.
my officer here is legally detained you
He is not legally
for a
detained me.
violation of California.
That is not true.
California law.
I told him I do not. You're mislabeling me. I'm not operating in commerce.
So he's going to issue you a ticket.
But that's not fair.
Well, that's what he's going to do.
Oh,
So now you have two things you can do.
You can either
give me your
shut the
license,
fuck
you can
up
issue your ticket, you can be on your way,
and behave.
or you go to jail with us.
That's not law, sir. Can I get your badge number and name, please?
I don't write the laws. I don't
I
create
understand, and you don't know them
All I do
either.
is enforce them.
Do you know what the Black's Law Dictionary is,
Okay.
sir?
Look, sir, I'm not going to sit here.
So why don't you want to answer my questions? You work for me. I don't work for you.
Okay.
I don't work for you.
I
You work
know.
for me.
Hey, listen.
Well, I have to yell because of this.
All right.
Yeah.
This is what's going to happen. Either give them your identification.
Okay. You're going to give me your badge number and your name.
You can have all that. I promise.
Okay, what is it?
Okay.
Can you tell me?
Listen, badge number 2600.
2600 Rasmussen.
Okay. So either give me your license.
Okay.
We can issue your ticket, send you on your way, or we'll have to take you to jail. You're not identifying yourself, and you're prolonging our investigation.
I'm not prolonging an investigation.
Yes,
you guys
you are.
have criminally pulled me
Now
over.
you're in violation of Penal Code 148.
There's no code, sir. There's no code pertaining to me. You guys should know what law applies to who. Those codes apply to you, not to me.
Give me your identification.
Time out. Can you listen to me for a second? Because these are my rights being infringed. You guys are two people committing treason. You know what the punishment for treason is?
Yeah.
Do you know what?
We get to
I
laugh
think
at
the
you.
punishment for treason should be watching this video on repeat in the same way Stewie made Quagmire and Cleveland watch the direct TV ad over and over, because that would be far worse than the current punishment for treason.
I've asked you many. Okay.
Oh.
I know what you asked me, but you are not understanding me.
I need your license, registration, and
Stop.
insurance. I'll give you a citation.
I need to explain myself to your supervisor, and I'll get back with you. But I have a Black's Law. Do you know what a Black's Law dictionary is? Do you know
Yeah, it's a piece of shit.
The legal words they use in court. You've been to court, right?
Yeah, I've been to court many times.
So you know about the Black's Law.
What are we doing here?
I'm trying to
about the
prove to
green
you
law.
that you're wrong, and I want to show you.
You don't prove on the street.
Stops out here.
I didn't say any.
We know somebody has a warrant. That sounds ridiculous.
Or I gave you 2 reasons, not just the one.
So somebody's driving around and they're running red lights.
Correct.
Okay.
Who's the injured party?
They're good to go.
Who's the injured party?
They're good to go, right?
Sir, who's the injured party? If I'm being punished for a crime, I have the right to face my accuser.
Hold on.
Living.
If you're running red lights, we don't have any right to pull you over.
Me personally, I don't do that, but
Tell me, yes or no?
no,
No. So you can just run whatever red
I
lights.
don't do that.
Put everyone in danger.
No, I don't
and
do
that's
that.
totally fine.
I don't do that. But technically, where there's no injured party,
Somebody has to be injured for it to be a crime.
physically or financially, and I would have to have done it with malicious intent, malice. And if not, then I'm not under.
Are you gonna identify yourself, sir?
This sounds ridiculous, man.
Well, I say welcome to the world of sovereign citizens where everything they say is ridiculous. And the supervisor realizes this, so he continues to call him out on his no victim, no crime theory.
I know what it sounds like to you guys, but you guys actually work for.
Go around here and shoot guns off.
No.
Nobody gets injured.
No.
Nobody gets injured.
That's not what I'm saying. Shooting guns is different because your bullets
Why is
are
that different?
because the bullet is going to hurt somebody,
I know that.
or it's going to hurt somebody's property.
There's an injured party. Same with running a red
Yes.
light. Nobody's injured yet, but the reason you can't run red lights is so nobody gets injured.
But your codes,
That's why.
they don't apply to me.
But we're past this, okay?
How are we past
Give me
this?
your license
I
or
can't.
go to jail. That's your 2 options.
That's not.
And
That's
I don't
treason.
have the right to sit here and
But why won't you?
Listen, are you gonna give me your license?
I'm talking to your supervisor,
I'm talking
please.
to you.
I'm talking to your supervisor. Okay?
he's
You've
not-
called him down here. Let me talk to your
Are
supervisor.
you gonna give me your license?
I'm not talking to you right now. I'm talking with your supervisor.
Alright.
Come on, dude.
I'm gonna have you step out. Okay?
Can I show you?
I'm gonna have you step out of the car.
You can't touch my property.
Step out of the car.
Here, I just
touch my
did.
property.
Touch it
You're
again.
gonna step out of the car.
Touch it again, Your Honor.
Okay? Past that point. Step out of the car.
I'm going to give you my license under
No.
duress.
Step out of the car.
Under
We're past
duress.
that point.
under duress, you're giving your license.
Okay. Can you have him stand down because he's violating my rights?
No, he's not.
Give him your license.
I will. Like I said, under arrest.
That's it.
Under arrest. Under duress.
You can't even pronounce your own words.
So after 20 minutes of rambling, a supervisor turning up and the threat of arrest, under duress of course, he finally agrees to produce his license, but it's now that we find out that he doesn't have registration or insurance.
Oh.
Also, he's living in his car. I mean, vessel, or is it house car? I don't know, I can't keep up.
His
Here we
boat.
go again. I don't want to go to jail because I've done nothing wrong.
You've done everything.
I have
wrong.
not committed any crime.
You've
And you know, I've
committed
lost
several.
my job from the COVID shit and not wearing a mask because I don't want to deprive my... And since then, I've had my rights violated by you guys, and you are committing treason, and I'm going to have to file a claim if, you know, this is terrible. This is terrible.
Go ahead and file a complaint.
And
Wouldn't you just love to be a fly on the wall of that police department when they receive a complaint that 2 of their officers committed treason while enforcing traffic codes? They'd be like, how is that even possible? But then realise it's a sovereign citizen, so fall about laughing.
And I am a commercial driver when I'm on the clock, but I don't have a job right now. So your ticket's going to,
That's fine.
you know, I'm going
Can I have your insurance?
I don't have it on me, I don't
You
think.
don't have insurance?
I have,
Your registration?
I don't know. No, I don't. I don't lawfully have to have it.
You don't lawfully have to have
No, sir.
No, sir, I don't lawfully have to have a brain.
No, it's not that you can't see it. It's
covered.
what's covered with stickers? Oh, the VIN. You guys won't look at it anyway, so, I mean, I guess, I don't know what you want me to do.
We want you to stop breaking the fucking law.
My vehicle is my private property.
You got your registration, sir?
I don't know. I don't. I didn't pay the registration because by law I don't have to because I'm not. I wish you guys would know the laws. It's in the.
We do know the laws,
You
sir.
don't. It's in the Constitution. Under the right.
Specifically is in the Constitution.
The right to travel, sir, in my private
Chapter
property.
10.
And I'm not operating my vehicle in commerce.
Public highway, sir.
For the public, right? And I have the right.
You have the registration, sir?
I'm sorry. I can look for it. Yes, I live out of my car. This is my home. I'm homeless.
Because you don't have license plates on your car. How can I identify what vehicle?
I don't.
What if it's stolen? How do I know that?
It's not stolen. It's mine because it's my private property. A registration isn't going to tell you if it's stolen.
If you registered it with the DMV, it'll tell us.
Well, I don't have to register with the DMV, is what I'm saying.
So you're going to drive it on a
Yes, you do.
That's not true. The
Yes.
public highways are for everyone to use, and it could be even a stagecoach on a public highway. I can show you that. If you guys would just read the law, I have the book
Yeah, I
right
dare
here.
you to bring
I
out
have
a
the Blackstone Dictionary right here
stagecoach.
to find everything.
We need to identify this vehicle as well, too, right?
Why is that? This is my private property.
You're on public highway.
I just told you. That's not the law. The law, your codes, statutes, and ordinances only apply to those operating in commerce. I don't know how many times I got to say it. That's the truth. Look it
You
up.
can say it another 500 times because you're wrong.
Oh my God, I've read it several times.
You read it?
Yeah, and there's even case law. No, I don't use Google. That's not fact checking. It's federal case law. If you look up Rodriguez versus Ray Donovan, it clearly states it in the case law. It's federal. That's federal case law.
What does it say?
It states that
So he said he's an
a
idiot.
motor vehicle is someone who's using their vehicle to transport passengers or cargo, and that is.
Do you have your registration on you?
On me, I'll have to look for it. I live out of my car. This is my house.
Okay. I understand that this is your house, but I need your registration.
I don't.
I think your VIN's covered here.
Yeah, because I don't want you guys to steal my vehicle, my house.
No one's gonna steal your vehicle or house.
If you guys but you guys don't.
Your registration on you?
You don't know the law though, and you won't let me show you.
Past that point.
We are not past that point because I don't consent to this. You need my consent. You need my consent to do this. You guys are.
I don't need your consent.
Sir, you need my consent.
No.
This is bullshit.
Yes, you're right.
You're
This
making
is
my
bullshit.
life terrible over tinted windows. Come on.
And no license. You have no license
A
plate?
big deal. I don't have to have a license plate.
Yes, you
This is
do.
all just little infractions. I'm broke. I have no money.
Hey, I'm sorry. Okay.
That's
I don't know what
but
to
that's.
tell you about that.
I mean,
I need registration.
I was told if I gave you my license, you were going to write me a ticket and I was free to go. Now that changes. Now you need more. Now you need more.
Yes, we need to be able to identify.
A what?
You don't have no.
Right, so that's where the video conveniently ends. I suspect because he was arrested, but he says no, the stop ended with citations for tinted windows, no registration and no insurance, and he was allowed to leave after uncovering his VIN. But what I suspect happened on this stop supposedly happened a couple of weeks later when he was stopped again, but this time he was arrested, jailed and had his car impounded. Of course, this is just speculation on my part, but I'm always suspicious when a video cuts off so abruptly.
So am I.
Anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Right, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed...
Thank you, man. We definitely appreciate it. And with that, we'll bring this to a close. And as always, please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe and help us out getting closer and closer to that 50,000 goal to get those presents. Till then, thanks for watching from day one. Have a best of nights. We'll see you tomorrow.